How's it going, everyone? Bizkit Rebellion, and welcome to my Q&A where you guys ask me questions. I will answer them with the best of my abilities. And for this video, I'll start off with a question that for some reason YouTube took it down and claimed it as spam. Let's check this out. For some reason, I don't know, because now that I'm looking at the question, it doesn't look spamish. There's nothing really spamish in this comment at all, and I'm trying to not claim it as spam, but for some reason YouTube still insists that this is a spam, so whatever, but I'll still answer the question anyway. The person who sent this question says, I am trying my best to find the best gaming portable console for myself. I am stuck choosing between the 3DS and the PS Vita. Do you own any of these two gaming consoles? And if you do, what games would you recommend for it? How much fun are you having? And would you recommend the console itself to anybody? Thanks for the advice and hope everything goes well for your channel. Well, thank you for that. So, 3DS or PS Vita? This is pretty hard for me to say because I've played both consoles. In fact, I own one. I own a Vita. Personally, like I bought this with my hard-earned money. As for the 3DS, my sister currently has, and I believe she purchased herself a 3DS. And I only played the console from time to time, so I've had experience with both consoles. So it's really hard for me to decide, especially since both of them have their ups and downs. Let's start with the Vita. I bought the Vita because of two things. One, Persona 4 Golden. And to this day, let me just point this out there, whoever owns a PS Vita, you must have this game. This game is, in my honest opinion, the best Vita game ever. Yes, ever. Until something better comes out, I'm gonna claim that that is the best Vita game ever. Not gonna point out why is it good, I'm not gonna point out why is it having this so high appraisal, just play it. That's all I gotta say. So that's one reason why I bought the Vita. The second reason is because of the anime games. If you guys did not know, when I bought a PSP, there used to be a lot of anime games on the PSP, and that's what drew me into buying a PSP. That, and I believe, what was this one game? It was from Final Fantasy. It's not Dissidia, it's, and it's not Birth by Sleep. That was after I bought the PSP. I forgot what was the name of this? Shit, I forgot the name. Oh, Crisis Core. Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core. That was another reason why I bought the PSP. But mainly I got the console because of the anime games. And so far I gotta say, it was worth buying it. I bought a lot of anime games for the PSP, and I played the shit out of it. And I had a lot of fun. Same thing with the PS Vita. I currently own a lot of anime games. And honestly, I'm having fun. So, why am I telling you this? Well, the thing is that, and I really have to admit this as a PS Vita owner, I believe that the PS Vita is for a niche audience. It really is. If you don't like anime, this console, or the PS Vita, is really not that good of a console for you. But then again, it has other games that you can buy and try. For example, it has Gravity Rush. Well, then again, it has the anime art style in a way. There's also Uncharted, both Uncharted games, if I remember correctly. There's also a couple of fighting games, which is good to utilize within the PS Vita. There's also, if I can remember correctly, I can't remember. Shit, there was this one game as well. Damn, but I forgot. But anyway, yeah, there's also other games that you can play, but not as much as anime games. In fact, if you look at the market, or the PlayStation market right now for Vita games, there's a lot of anime games. So if you're not an anime fan, and you want to buy a lot of PS Vita games, I wouldn't recommend the Vita, in my honest-to-God opinion. But then again, even itself, the Vita is a good console. In fact, you can plug it in or connect it to your PS4 and you can play PS4 games. Same thing with the PS3, but not as much as the PS4. In fact, I believe you can play almost every game for the PS4 to this day with the Vita. So that's a cool feature. If that's not your cup of tea, then honestly, I have to say the Vita is not for you. But I would say try the Vita. And try the games that I've mentioned before, like Persona 4. Oh my god, you just have to buy it. I'm sorry. My fanboyism is getting the better of me. But yeah, I would recommend you try, not buy. If you know somebody with a PS Vita, ask that person to lend you the Vita and just play some games on it and see for yourself. As for the 3DS, so I don't own the 3DS. My sister does, and the only reason I played it is because of 2 games. Again, the first one is Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, and is it a must-buy? Yes, if you're a Kingdom Hearts fan, and yes, if you're really interested in its story. But if you want to try, that series is not, or at least that game is not the best to try out. In fact, I think the best game for you to try out on the 3DS is Monster Hunter, in my honest opinion, or maybe even Pokemon. But then again, a lot of people are getting drawn, or not drawn out, drained from Pokemon, or at least the people that I know. So I don't think Pokemon is like the best thing for you. As for the second game is Persona Q. I'm sorry, I'm one of those people that bought it because it had the word Persona on it. And again, it's a good game. But I wouldn't recommend anybody who's a Persona fan and wants the same type of gameplay style from Persona 3 and 4 to buy Persona Q, because it's not that. It's actually very different, yet it still has that Persona feel in a way. It's hard for me to explain Persona Q, actually. No, actually, not really. I can say it in one simple sentence, or not even one simple sentence. 2 words. Fan service game. Yes, this is pretty much a fan service for the fans of Persona 3 and 4. That's all I'm going to say about Persona Q. But I would recommend trying it if, hey, who knows, you might even like it. But the 3DS does have some good games, like the Phoenix Wright series, the Monster Hunter series, Super Smash Bros. But then again, if you have the Wii U, you don't really need it on the 3DS unless you want to play Smash Bros. On the go. That's just my opinion. Then there's, of course, Pokemon. Then there's Link, or not Link, Legend of Zelda. But then again, I wouldn't recommend Legend of Zelda if you already played all the other Legend of Zeldas, except for the new one, which was supposed to be on the Wii U, but it hasn't come out yet. Other than that, I don't know what other series I would recommend, honestly. I mean, I played a lot of games on the 3DS, but I don't know if they're enough or they're fun enough for me to recommend, because a lot of them are pretty stale, especially if you only played it once. Like, there's a game, I forgot what was it called, Project Steam, I believe. It's a good game, and I love the art style. But I feel like if I played it for about 2 hours, I might get bored. Not might get bored, I actually have gotten bored. I've played it for 2 hours. I think one of my friends bought the game, lent it to me for me to try, and I tried it for about 2 hours and I got bored. So I'm not sure if the same thing is going to happen to you, but there is a demo for it, so if you manage to get a 3DS, you can get it. As for the 3DS itself, there's not a lot of stuff impressive about it. I mean, you can go to the internet, but the same thing could be said on the Vita. You can watch Netflix, but the same thing could be said on the Vita. The one thing that you can't do on the 3DS that you can do on the Vita is watch Crunchyroll, and I think Hulu Plus. I'm not entirely sure on the 3DS. I actually got to go and check that out, but I do know for a fact that on the Vita you can watch Crunchyroll and Hulu Plus and Netflix and one other program which name escapes me right now, but yeah, you can do that. So just something to consider if you're into streaming TV shows and movies and all that other stuff. But honestly, like I said at the beginning of the question, the Vita and the 3DS has its ups and downs. Honestly, given how much fun I had, I would recommend the Vita. I would. I've had more fun on the Vita than the 3DS, but that's mostly because my sister doesn't have a lot of games for it. And the only game I've actually bought physically because I wanted to play it was Kingdom Hearts and Persona Q. That was pretty much it. I do want to buy the new 3DS so I can get, what was the game called? The Monster Hunter Ultimate 4, I believe. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and one other game which name escapes me right now, Xenoblade Chronicles, because I wasn't able to play that on the Wii. So yeah, that's all I can say for that. So hopefully that answers your question, and on to the next one. Okay, next is, will you be playing more multiplayer games online? You know, as in, will you be playing with other people or on other multiplayer games like you did in Dragon Age and DCUO? Yes and no. Yes, I will do a couple of more later on in the future. No, the reason why I also say no is because I'm not even sure if they... How do I say this? I don't know. When I'm doing these videos, especially the multiplayer ones, I do have some desire of posting it online, but then again I don't, because I don't know if you guys want to watch it. In fact, you're the first person that has ever asked me that. When I look at the Dragon Age multiplayer videos, not a lot of people watch it, with understandable reason, but it's not like I'm saying, oh, I'm posting it again for the views and all that other crap. It's just that I'm not sure if you guys want to watch it or not. In fact, one of the biggest troubles that I'm having on YouTube, this is not a rant or anything, but it's just something I'm going to point out, is that not a lot of people tell me what they want to see. So I'm kind of grasping at straws here, just gambling, seeing what happens. In fact, one of the biggest surprises actually that I've done on this channel was post what's this game? I forgot what was it called. It's been a while since I haven't done any videos for the game anyway. The Secret World. Yeah. When I posted The Secret World, I was really afraid because I thought that DCUO will how do I say this? Like, a lot of people would focus more on DCUO and not The Secret World, because that's what happened with Star Wars: The Old Republic. A lot of people watched the DCUO and nobody watched the Star Wars: The Old Republic. So what happened was, because not a lot of people watching it, I lost motivation. So that's why I stopped that. As for The Secret World, that actually surprised me because a lot of people loved it and a lot of people watched it. To this day, in fact, I would argue that this is the second most watched walkthrough that I've ever posted on this channel. And yeah, that includes every other walkthrough I've ever done. This is the second most watched walkthrough. It surpassed Champions Online, which is something I did not know was going to happen. But the reason why I'm telling you all of this is because, like I said, the same applies to multiplayer games. The reason why I haven't done a lot of multiplayer games, in fact, what was the last one that I've ever done? It was Battlefield 3. And I stopped doing that because Battlefield 3 kept crashing on me, and it's gotten to the point where I lost motivation to do the videos because I can't play the game. Until later on I did, but it was already too late since not a lot of people were watching Battlefield 3 videos anymore. They were all focused on Battlefield 4, which is something I did not have. So, yeah, now that I started posting multiplayer games, which specifically said is Dragon Age, mostly because not a lot of people are watching it, I've kind of been losing motivation. In fact, I'm actually surprised that the Dragon Age walkthrough managed to pass part 7 or 8. I believe that's where it is right now. Hold on, let me check. This is so unprofessional. Then again, I have a history for not being professional. I mean, heck, look at my freaking thumbnails. At least I try, right? But anyway, let me see. Yep, I'm in part 9. I'm very surprised it managed to last that long, because there were times where I thought I should quit. The first 2 videos were pretty, not well received, but they were decently received. But when I posted the other 2, the next 2 parts, or maybe 3, they were not so received. And then the next 2 parts were also not so received. So it kind of made me lose a bit motivation. I don't know. But I will tell you that I haven't lost the interest on the idea. There are also other multiplayer games I would love to show you guys, mostly on the PC, but hopefully I can get a better PC that can run way better than this one. Because honestly, there's a lot of games that I would love to play and do walkthroughs on from the PC. One of the biggest ones is The Evil Within, which I can't because every time I record the thing, the frame rate drops dramatically to the point where I just can't play it. That's all I'm gonna say. I just can't play the fucking thing. But anyway, I hope that answers your question. This is going to be a pretty long Q&A because a lot of people ask me a lot of questions, and I just feel like sitting, relaxing, and just talking for a while. Okay, next question is, Bizkit, how old are you? I am currently 19. Gonna be 20 in pretty much a couple of months from now. That's all I'm gonna say. Next is, how is that comic book thing going? I think it will be a good comic. Well, the thing is, you only heard a concept of it. Right now, the comic book thing is currently going, how do I say this? It's in the process of starting out. It's more like when you're trying to write a story, right? You first think of the plot, then the characters, then the setting, all that other stuff. I'm still doing that part. I haven't even developed the characters yet. I have the characters. I know how many characters are going to be involved in the story. I know which one is the main. I know which one is the antagonist. I just need to do some characterization. I need to build the setting up. That's something I haven't done when I first started this project. I need to build a setting, know what this place is, describe the lore surrounding the setting and everything. Trust me, it's story stuff that you're probably not interested or you don't want to hear, but it's pretty important for me since I want to make a story that isn't going to be one of those where you read it once and then you throw it away and forget it ever again. I don't want my story to be that way. So, like I said before, it's in the drawing board stages. Let's go with that. It's in the drawing board stages. It's about to be something, as in I can finally write chapter 1 of the freaking thing. But first I need to focus on a few important stuff before I do chapter 1. That's all I'm going to say about it. The next question is, video or pic of your face? What? That's an odd question. Also, how's it going? Are you ever going to make a other DCUO video walkthrough? No. It's funny because I mentioned this before. I had interest in doing another DCUO walkthrough, but specifically on the PS4, and just leave the hero and villain walkthrough on the PS3. But since I made the transaction from my hero walkthrough from the PS3 to the PS4, I decided to just drop that idea and just stick to only these two. So that means once the hero walkthrough is done and then the villain walkthrough is done, I'm not doing any other DCUO walkthroughs again. I'm not doing any of that. So if you ever want to watch any DCUO walkthrough, focus on the hero or the villain. That's pretty much it. Which is funny because the hero side is pretty much coming to the end. It is. I've done almost every raid without the DLC. I've done every alert. I've done every duo. I've done every first player. I'm just missing one raid, and I'm pretty much done with every mission in DCUO, with the exception of the DLCs. So yeah, that's coming to the end. As for the villain one, I'm pretty much going to have to grind my ass off to get the best gear, so I can unlock the raids, the alerts, all that other crap, and just so I can record and show you guys how the missions went on the villain side. So yeah, that would be fun. Yes, let's grind all over again. Ah, man. But anyway, hope that answers your question. Next is, what is your favorite video game now? Damn. What is my favorite video game now? Oh, God. Oh, God. What is wrong with these people and asking me what is my favorite one thing of something? Like, for example, what is your favorite book? As in, I have so many of my favorite books that I have to pick one. That's just depressing. Since you mentioned video games, god damn. Well, then again, you mentioned now, so I have to pick the ones that are probably came out this year and last year. So, since you mention it like that, I will have to say Dragon Age Inquisition. I'm trying to remember what games I played last year. I'm pretty sure I played more than what I'm thinking right now. Nope, Dragon Age Inquisition. Last year was pretty much a terrible year for video games, so I'm just gonna have to say Dragon Age Inquisition. Favorite game now, but is not the most favorite video game I've ever played. Just pointing that out there. Next question is, are you ever going to be doing Destiny or Halo content? No. No. Let's start with Destiny. Destiny is, how do I say this? In my honest opinion, the worst PS4 game I've ever played. Yep, I am not even kidding you. It is the worst PS4 game I've ever played. And it's funny because I've played the game, I beat the story, or whatever the hell you want to call it. Yes, the story mode, let's put that in quotations. I beat the story mode, I played a ton of multiplayer. I haven't even played the raid. Let's talk about the raid for a bit. The raid, why the hell is there no matchmaking in raids? You know, for a game that wants to take MMO elements and put it in a video game, to not have matchmaking, that's pretty insulting. That's pretty insulting for any multiplayer game, or even the MMO genre. That's just stupid, in my honest opinion. But yeah, I haven't touched the raids. I have all the expansion packs. The next expansion is coming up, which is funny because it was recently announced that there is no DLC, not DLC, sorry, no raids for the thing. So pretty much Bungie has lost my complete interest in Destiny. I do not give a shit about Destiny, and I will never, heed my words here, I will never post any Destiny content in this channel, no matter how much they pay me. Because I don't have fun with the freaking thing. I don't. Multiplayer is fun-ish, but it's not enough for me to say, hey, I would love to post content about Destiny on my channel. No, it's really not. It really fucking is not. As for Halo, I don't own an Xbox 360 or a Xbox One, so I can't post any Halo content at the, for now. I will have an Xbox One later on in the future. That is, if they have exclusives that I want. So far, the only exclusive, and believe it or not, it's not Halo. It's actually Gears of War. There is a upcoming new Gears of War game being developed by some other company. I'm interested because I do love Gears of War, but again, it's not enough for me to buy the damn console. I need to have more than one exclusive or even more than one good game for the thing so I can buy it. In fact, the only reason I bought the PS4 was for Kingdom Hearts 3. Yes, I know it's for the Xbox, but trust me, I have been playing Kingdom Hearts on the PlayStation for so long that I refuse to play it, with the exception of certain games, and that's because I have no choice in the matter. I refuse to play it that is not on the PlayStation. And we're talking about 3. Come on, why? If I played 1 and 2 on the PS3 and on the PS2, why the hell would I play 3 on the Xbox? Seriously, that's just me. Come on. But yeah, I bought a PS4 because of Kingdom Hearts 3, Final Fantasy Type 0, and Final Fantasy 15. That's 3 games. So far, I've only gotten 1, which is Type 0. And maybe a demo of 15, which I would recommend to buy, because Type 0 is a pretty good game. Then again, if you're into characterization and into characters itself, I wouldn't recommend buying it now. I would recommend buying it when it's like maybe $30, because the characterization in that game is not really that good. But yeah, that's my reason for buying a PS4. For my Xbox, there is no reason for me to buy it, so I'm not gonna buy it anytime soon. So, I know I branched off to somewhere else, but to answer your question, Halo, no, I won't, because Halo is just not my cup of tea. No, seriously, I played Reach, I've played 2 and 3, I've played 4. I even went out of my way to legitimately buy 4. It's just not enough. I'm sorry, I don't really like Halo. Which is odd because I played the story. It's pretty good, but it's not enough for me to say, oh, I must have the next installment. No, it's really not. So, I'm sorry for anybody who likes Halo and would want to see Halo on my channel. It's just not going to happen. It's not my cup of tea. So, honestly, I hope that answers your question. Next is, do you have any pets? No, I don't. I used to, actually. Maybe when I was like, maybe 7, 8, I used to have a fish, and it only lasted for about maybe a year and a half until it unfortunately died. I was crying like a little bitch that day. But yeah, I used to have a fish, not anymore. That's the only pet I've ever had in my lifeline, so yeah. Next question. Who do you live with? I currently live with 2 individuals. One is trying to sneak behind me. Hold on a second. No, that person is not sneaking behind me. I just heard a noise in the background, and I thought it was somebody trying to sneak past by me. But no, I currently live with two individuals. I will not say unless they tell me to. So fortunately, I can't tell you who specifically they are, which is funny because I don't see why they take it personal offense for me to, you know, just give out information. And very small information. The only hint I'm going to give you, they're both female. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, I'm the only guy in this household, but whatever. The next question is, if you could have a DC or Marvel girlfriend, who would it be? DC or Marvel? That's a tough one. And it's funny because if I have to go with Marvel, half of the females in X-Men, Miss Marvel, or... I like Miss Marvel, not the current Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel, the current one at least, is a bit more mature. In my opinion, she feels like, I hate to use this word, but a MILF. She feels more like a MILF than a person that I would go out with, just in my personal opinion. So let's just say Miss Marvel, and no, I'm not talking about the Miss Marvel now, I'm talking about Miss Marvel before she became Captain Marvel. Yeah, that one. So essentially, yes, Miss Marvel before she became Captain Marvel. Let's just put it like that, just to avoid any confusion. Also, half of the X-Men, which I can't remember their names, which is why I'm saying half of the X-Men, female cast of the X-Men. There's one other character from Marvel, and that person's name escapes my goddamn mind. She-Hulk. I'm sorry, what can I say? I love women with different colors. What the hell can I say? Heck, have you seen Liara from Mass Effect? Shit. I'm just saying. Anyway, for DC, damn, that's actually a hard one. Believe it or not, nobody from Teen Titans. Mostly because of their history, just in my opinion. I wouldn't mind going out with Power Girl. No, I really would not mind. Or Batgirl. Then again, I would feel more in danger if I'm going out with Batgirl than Supergirl. Or Power Girl, I mean, sorry. Supergirl, no. I feel like she's too immature. She really is too... And if you're not Kryptonian, there's a colossal chance you're not gonna even go... You're not even gonna be thinking about going out with her. She's not even gonna want you if you're not Kryptonian, given her history and all that other stuff. But then again, if you're gonna go with the alternate universe, she has gone out with other people like Brainiac, number 40 something. That's from what was the freaking show called? Justice League. You know, the animated series, not Unlimited. Was it Unlimited? Yeah, it was Unlimited. Yeah, Justice League Unlimited. She went out with Brainiac from the future. And this other universe, which name I can't remember, but yeah, so far it's Power Girl, which is funny because Power Girl and Supergirl are the same thing. Who else? Wonder Woman, I would give it a try, but then again, I don't think I would control myself if she took me to her home place. You know, her home. The one that's full of Amazon and not a single male is in sight. Just saying, I don't think I would ever control myself. I think that's pretty much it. I've also mentioned Batgirl, yeah, but then again, I wouldn't feel safe. Still, I would try. Why not? One other person. I can't remember the goddamn name. Why is name so hard for me? Damn. She was in Justice League, United. Damn, what the hell was her name? Okay, if anybody can find this person, let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna describe her. She has a blue and white costume, and I think she handles magic. It's not the one from, what was it? Justice League... It's not the one from Justice League International with the staff and everything. It's not that person. She's actually a fairly new character that just arrived, and you can only see her in Justice League United. She has a blue and white suit. She's actually a bit dark skinned, I think. I'm not entirely sure about that. But yeah, that person. So far we only have Wonder Woman I would try, Batgirl I would try, Power Girl yes, and that girl yes. And I can't remember why I would pick that girl. I know it's that there was something that happened in United that made me want to go with her. Oh, one other girl, just for the laughs and giggles. Blitz. I think that's her name. She's from Red Lanterns. She has blue skin. I believe she was the one Red Lantern that got her wings torn off. And you can see there's skeletons from the back whenever she has the suit on. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind. Except I feel like she would be too feisty for me. Yeah, there's a good chance that that could happen, but whatever. Whatever. Hope that answers your question. Next question is, how old are you? I think I've mentioned this before, but if I have to repeat it, I will. I am 19 years old currently. I'm going to be 20 in a couple of months. Not gonna tell you the specifics because of identity reasons. Second question is, what is your favorite Call of Duty game? That's actually a tough one. It's between Black Ops 1 and Modern Warfare 2. Then again, Modern Warfare 2 because I like the campaign more in Modern Warfare 2 than in Black Ops 1. I don't know. Zombies is not really that big of a deal for me. And it's not enough for me to say, oh, it's the best Call of Duty ever. It's funny because I prefer World at War zombies than Black Ops zombies because I feel like in World at War it was a lot more harder. Especially if you play, what's this map? Verrucht. The second DLC in World at War. That one was incredibly hard. So yeah, I have to say Modern Warfare 2. And honestly, I feel like I'm one of those people that loves this one mission called No Russian, where you have to go to an airport and just shoot people. No, I don't like it because I have to shoot people. I just like I like the mission because of the overall theme surrounding it. Also, fun fact about that mission. You do realize that throughout the entire mission, you don't have to fire a single bullet. Yeah, you don't. The moment where you step out of the elevator and you point the weapons at the civilians turn around, they look at you, they're a bit horrified to see you pointing weapons at them, and then you start firing, or at least your teammates start firing. You don't have to fire. You don't have to shoot your gun. And if you don't, your teammates or Makarov's crew, you know, the person that is the big bad of Modern Warfare 2 and 3, the person you're sent out to investigate and try to find a way to kill, he doesn't try to kill you, nor does his crew. They just continue walking along as if the plan is in motion. Yeah, you firing, or you not firing, excuse me, is not affecting Makarov's plan. So it kind of shows our humanity for anybody who fired their gun. Just pointing that out there. But anyway, yeah, Modern Warfare 2 has got to be the best Call of Duty I've ever played. Also, I think I've had more fun in the multiplayer than I did in the multiplayer of Black Ops. Just pointing that out there again. Next question is, do you play League of Legends? No, I do not. I've said this before and I say this again. I do not play League of Legends. I am not going to play League of Legends, and I will not post content about League of Legends in my channel. It's not annoying, it's more just reassuring what other people have asked me before. And I'm pretty sure you, the person who asked me this question, did not know about this, so I'm just being fair. I'm not angry with you, I'm not annoyed by you, I'm just pointing things out. I'm not gonna post any content about League of Legends on my channel, and no, I do not play League of Legends, only because I just don't like it. I don't like the clicking. That clicking annoys the crap out of me. That's why I love and just praise games like Smite, where I don't have to click, I can press a button to move. I have to press a button to move, that's awesome! Why do I have to click? Fuck clicking! Even though it is competitive and it shows a great deal of skill for you to handle the clicking aspect of the game, but honestly, me personally, I feel more comfortable pressing a button and move than clicking just to move my character. Which is funny because I also have that big problem with, what's this game? It's from DC. Shit, my mind is so messed up today. Infinite Crisis. There we go. Infinite Crisis. That's another thing that I don't like. Just the constant clicking. God damn. Oh man. But anyway, hope that answers your question. Let's move on to the next one. What are your thoughts on the DC Cinematic Universe? DC Cinematic Universe. I gotta say, it's been getting more darker and depressing, and I'm not gonna be surprised if DC continues this route. I will say this, though. I'm more interested in the Marvel Cinematic Universe than the DC, and for one very specific thing only. They know how to mix humor, action, and seriousness. Let's be honest, let's look at a movie like The Avengers, and let's look at a movie like Man of Steel. aside from the scale of the threat, as in the Avengers we have Loki taking over New York, and in Superman we kind of have Zod taking over the planet, because he uses the terraforming device to terraform the actual planet here, right? Let's ignore the scale of the threat here, and let's ignore the fact that one movie is about a team and another is about a godlike being that has yet to come to terms with his own power and his self-identity, if you want to go all thematic on me. Let's ignore those. And let's focus on the tone of both of these movies. The tone in The Avengers is quite whimsical. It's quite funny and humorous. And it also has a mixture of seriousness. It knows when to be funny and when to be serious, which is kind of also funny because Man of Steel has those moments, but it's not enough. It's not. I mean, there was one moment where Superman was being, in Man of Steel by the way, Superman was being assaulted by a guy. I forgot whatever reason, so Superman decides to walk away and not use his powers. This is adult Superman, not kid Superman. He decides to walk away and not use his powers on him, but instead he uses his powers to impale a bunch of wood on his truck. We see that as the guy who was messing around with Superman leaves the bar and sees his truck already being impaled by a bunch of wood. That scene is kind of humorous and funny. I am willing to admit that. We also have another one which I personally think that this is not funny. It's the moment where Superman crashed a spy plane to prevent the government from spying on him. He talks to one of the government officials who was kind of pissed off over, you know, taking down the spy plane. And I believe that government official also had another individual who's a female, you know, just accompanying him and everything. So they both Superman and the government official talk for a bit, then Superman flies off. The female government official, I wouldn't say government official, I say they're part of the army, I'm sorry. Let's just call both of them part of the army. So the female is starting to smirk, even close to laughing a bit. The other person notices it and questions her about it. She just says, "Oh, no, sir, I'm sorry. I just think he's kind of hot." I can understand why that's humorous, but it's just not funny. On top of that, there was more seriousness, more darker things in Man of Steel than there was in the Avengers. I feel like the characters in the Avengers they're able to let out their personalities, while Man of Steel, or at least Superman to be more specific, doesn't. Which, it kind of makes sense because in this movie, the Man of Steel, it's the point where Superman starts his career. But the thing is, if we look at other movies, like Captain America, The Incredible Hulk, well actually no, let's not say The Incredible Hulk, or the other Hulk movie. Look at people like Iron Man and Thor. They were able to let out their personalities, while this guy is just, Let it be known that even though I made a review praising so much about this movie, I made a mistake when I did that review, and I even took it down. I took the video down, and Man of Steel is single-handedly my most hated Superman movie ever. Yeah, I kid you not, that is not Superman. That is a psychopath trying to be a hero. And all I'm gonna say is, if he only had punched Zod away from Metropolis, so many things would have not happened. Just pointing that out there. It brings me almost close to tears when I think of that thing representing Superman, because that is not a person. That is I don't even want to talk about it. I really don't want to talk about it. But yeah, I hope that everything goes well for DC, because they really do need it. They really do need it, because Marvel is beating the shit out of them right now in movies. So hopefully the Batman vs. Superman movie turns out better than what I think, and the Justice League movie turns out as one of the greatest superhero movies ever. I really do hope that, especially since we have Darkseid. Darkseid is in this movie. Come on, there's so many things you can do with that character. Please don't suck. Please don't suck. That's all I gotta say. Then we have Shazam and the new Green Lantern reboot movie and Cyborg movie, I believe. Then we have the Aquaman movie. So I can see that this could be good. We just gotta wait. That's all we do. So my thoughts on the DC Universe in a nutshell, or the cinematic universe in a nutshell, is I'm hopeful yet a bit skeptic because I'm not entirely sure what they're trying to do. So we'll have to wait with Batman v Superman. That's all I'm gonna say. Next question is, oh, it continues. What are your thoughts on the new designs on most of the Justice League members after Convergence? I've seen that. I've only saw 3. It's Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman. It's funny, because when I look at Superman, I do like his design, I don't like his hair. Basically, he got a shaved cut. That's what his hair looked like. Seriously. I can't show it to you in this video because I can't even find it right now. Especially since I'm recording this at close to 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. God damn, why am I still up? Anyway, yeah. I can't find it right now, so you're just gonna have to take my word on this. Superman has a shaved head. He doesn't have the luscious hair nor the Jesus beard that he had after Superman Doomed. He kind of shaved it off already. And I believe he doesn't have the armor anymore. He just has a shirt. And I have to say, I prefer Superman with a shirt, because having armor is probably the least actually the most unnecessary thing that you can do to this character. Why does he need armor? Armor is literally the last thing you need on this character. Unless that armor is supposed to, you know, protect him from kryptonite, I don't see a reason for it. No, seriously, I really don't see a reason. So him having a shirt is awesome. Him having jeans is also awesome. Then again, I wish that Superboy had that design and not the whole Tronish look. I mean, it's funny because I did like the Tronish look when he first arrived, but it's starting to get a bit stale. They really got to change his design. I just don't like it anymore. But then again, that's the only way you can recognize him at this point. No, seriously, if you look at Tronish suit, ignore the S symbol. If you just look at the Tronish suit, you would automatically think Superboy. Yeah, so back to Superman. I do like his design. Wonder Woman, I can't remember much. I really can't. So with that being said, let's talk about Batman. Batman, okay, first off, the new design for Batman looks ridiculous. Another thing, that is not Bruce Wayne. Just for anybody who did not know. At the end of Batman Eternal, we don't know if Batman, or not Batman, but Bruce Wayne truly dies. And during the... how do I say this? During Bruce Wayne's absence, somebody takes up the mantle of Batman by wearing this mechanized suit. So I can understand why this mechanized suit is a thing. Because at first I thought that it was Bruce Wayne that wears this suit. And I was going to say, what's the point if he already wears a suit? But no, that's not him, that's somebody else. A lot of people are speculating that that is Jim Gordon, which honestly, I don't see how that's a bad thing. I kind of see that as pretty impressive. I like that, actually. I mean, heck, if nobody's going to take up the mantle of Batman except for Nightwing, because for some reason nobody thought of that. Why am I defending Nightwing in this video? Wow, I must be drunk. But anyway, somebody's taking up the mantle of Batman. Nobody's taking it, so it might as well be Jim Gordon, especially since I believe he's no longer working for the GCPD. I'm not entirely sure. I haven't caught up a lot or remember much from Batman Eternal. It's mostly just I read one issue and then mostly half of it I kind of forget after I'm done reading it, which I don't know. I just don't know. But yeah, the Batman the Batman design, the suit itself looks ridiculous, mostly because of the ears. Let me tell you something. I want to ask you guys this question. Anybody who's a Batman fan, why? Why is it okay for Batman to have big ears? If I am in a fist fight with Batman, if I can manage to land a hit on him, the first thing I'm going for is grabbing his ears. That is the first thing I'm going for. It's kind of like fighting Bane. Bane from Dark Knight Rises. We have one thing that stands out to the character, and that is the mask. So if I'm fighting Bane, I'm punching the mask. If I'm fighting that Batman with that design, I'm going for the ears. It's not like I'm punching the ears. I'm probably gonna grab it and just slam his head to my knee or something. You probably get what I'm going with this, but yeah, I'm just gonna go and grab those ears because the ears are what stands out. That thing is too fucking huge. They look like boomerangs. It's kind of like, I imagine his suit has digital cable or something. It's like those two ears are like satellites or something. I know I'm exaggerating, or maybe antennas. I don't fucking know. I'm exaggerating here, yes, but god damn, have you seen those? Oh god. But yeah, to continue my question, why is this okay? I remember that in the Arkham series, Batman also does have some pretty big ears. In this one alternate universe with Batman where he is transformed into a vampire, he also has colossal ears. Why? No, seriously, can somebody answer me that? Why is this a good thing? I don't know, just something that's so obviously stupid, yet people put it because why the hell not? And again, we're talking about comics here, so that's pretty much the go-to excuse to every single thing we find stupid in the world. Oh, because comics. We can change a person's skin tone because diversity, and also comics. Change a person's sexuality to appease to other, to appease the LGBT community because comics. We get to make a character who was not before posing sexually, now posing sexually because comics or gimmicks. We trash two long-lasting established couples, or not two long-lasting established couples, more like we destroy a long-lasting established couple because comics, and because I don't like that couple anymore, I guess. Whatever. I'm talking to you One More Day. I'm sorry, I can't look at One More Day ever again. If you guys don't know, just search up Spider-Man One More Day and just look at the atrocity that one comic book is. That's all I'm gonna say. Then again, why am I recommending you guys a terrible comic? No, don't. Just no. I think that's pretty much it for this guy. Oh no, he has more. Also, what is your favorite New 52 title? That's actually a hard one. We have All-Star Western. I do like Constantine the Beginning. Just not now. I do like the Swamp Thing. I do like Justice League Dark. I do like the Ravengers to a certain point. I do like Batgirl to a certain point. I love Detective Comics. I love Action Comics. I did like Superman, just not now. After George Perez, after George Perez's run on Superman, the comic book series, whoever wrote him after that, I don't like it. Nor did I like Geoff Johns' run on Superman. I really don't. It's blech. I did like Superboy until, and believe it or not, until Scott Liddell left Superboy. I don't like Superboy anymore, or the comic book series. I mean, I don't like Superboy the comic book series after he left, which is the only comic book that he has ever written that I legitimately like. Or at least for DC, to be more specific. I don't like Red Hood and the Outlaws. Never did, and I probably never will. Let me see. There's pretty much others. I do like Gotham Academy. I'm sorry, you mentioned my favorite New 52 title. I'm talking about a lot of New 52 titles that I like. So I have to legitimately say my favorite New 52 title has to be Action Comics. Yep, the beginning was Grant Morrison's run, and then a couple of issues was Scott Liddell. Did not like those issues. They were fucking garbage. And then somebody else took over. I forgot what's his name. It was Greg. His last name started with a P, I think. But yeah, after Scott Liddell's run, or his mini run on Action Comics, and that guy took his place, I loved it again. So I have to say Action Comics to this day is my favorite. The second favorite is Detective Comics. Okay, I hope that answers your question. Next question is, what do you think... Wait, what do you... What? What do you honk? Honk? What the hell? I guess you're I guess you were trying to write the word think, so I'm just going to replace honk with think. What do you think of the possibility of BB Ray at this point in the New 52? So if you don't know what BB Ray is, it's basically a nickname for the shipping of Beast Boy and Raven. And if you don't know what shipping, it is the desire of... Let's talk about Beast Boy and Raven to be more specific. It's the desire of having Beast Boy and Raven as a couple. If you guys are not aware, I am a massive shipper of just those two specifically, and you can tell by the Teen Titans Go videos and all that other crap. But yeah, so you're asking what is the possibility of them two getting together in the New 52? I'd say 50%. The reason why I say 50% is because we have seen them get together, and by together I mean we do see some moments here and there. One of the biggest ones is, I think it was literally the last issue. Was it issue 30 or 29? I can't remember. Of Scott Liddell's run on Teen Titans, where when Beast Boy discovered that the group is back from the future and he helped protect Raven from being attacked, Raven mentioned that she is now free from her father's control for whatever reason. They haven't explained it yet. But for whatever reason, she is free from her father's control. Beast Boy's kind of celebrated, and then he kind of hugged her. I consider that a moment because my shipping brain is going haywire the more I think about it, so I'm just going to go with whatever my brain thinks of at this moment. So yeah, that is a moment. And it's kind of odd given that they both had not that much interactions with each other. So I am also thinking logically. My shipping brain is not doing... How do I say this? It's not telling you lies. It's not telling you lies, because I'm pretty sure the first thing that my shipping brain would say is yes, there is a 100% possible chance that they're going to be together, given by very few little moments that happen in Scott Liddell's run and the other guy's run on Teen Titans. But yeah, another moment was, I believe, in that one issue that I kind of liked, but at the same time I didn't. It was issue 7, where we had a chance to see Raven, you know, complete a mission without anybody's help, but she didn't because she had Beast Boy's help. And that entire issue did have some moments here and there. We did see that Beast Boy and Raven got along more than Scott Liddell's run. On top of that, if I remember correctly, way back, we're talking about when the Ravengers were a thing, didn't Raven save Beast Boy's life for whatever reason? I think Raven's reason for saving Beast Boy's life was because her father needed him. But I remember later on, she said that she had the desire of saving him regardless. I'm not entirely sure. I gotta read back on Scott Liddell's run. Then again, I don't, because I don't like that run so much. But yeah, if I remember correctly, she stated that she rescued Beast Boy regardless whether the fact that she knew that her father wanted him or needed him because of his animal changing abilities. So it's kind of like saying to the reader that she genuinely wanted to save his life. So there's that to consider. So other than that, there's not that much moments. So I gotta say, it's the possibility of them getting together is 50%. Unless they show more, and by more I mean more better reasons to show that they might get together, then maybe the possibility will go up. If not, then the possibility are going down. And hopefully, if DC ever decides to pair them up either with each other or not with each other, just with other people, I just hope for the best. I hope things go alright with them. And I secretly want them to break them up and go together. That's just again, shipping. My shipping brain is going haywire again. So I hope that answers your question. Next question is, do you think it's time for a new animated DC series that isn't on Cartoon Network? That isn't on Cartoon Network. That's kind of hard because don't Warner Brothers own Cartoon Network? As in, that's the only channel that they own? Well, then again, they also own Boomerang, but I don't see them actually using Boomerang. So yeah, isn't that the only channel that Warner Brothers actually owns? So I don't see the possible chance of any Then again, don't they also own the CW? I really don't know. I'm sorry, I really don't know. But I would love to see any DC animated TV show that is not from Cartoon Network, you know, just to get away from Cartoon Network's policies and all that other crap, to, you know, get away from their decision on what's a hit show and what is not. Because let's be honest, they are kind of responsible for the cancellation of Teen Titans, the first show, the cancellation of Green Lantern, and the cancellation of Young Justice. So, yeah, there's that to consider. So yeah, I gotta say, it is time for a new DC animated TV show, but the question is, what channel? Because it's definitely not gonna be on Nick. It's definitely not gonna be on Disney. Hell no, it's definitely never gonna be on Disney. Unless Disney owns, you know, DC Comics, then any comic book company that ever wants to be a big thing is pretty much doomed, in my opinion, if that ever happens. But yeah, that's just the question. What channel will it be on? Or does Warner Brothers have to create their own specific network for them to do so? Or for them to do that? If they're gonna have to do that, then by all means. If they can't, then I don't see any other DC show that can't be on Cartoon Network, or that's not gonna be on Cartoon Network. I just can't see that if that's the case. But anyway, next is, do you like the new Flash series on the CW? I do, but I haven't seen a lot. That's the thing. I've only seen like the first 4 episodes. After that, I haven't seen much because I don't know. It's just not enough for me to say, oh, I must watch the next episode. Which is funny because I like Arrow more than the Flash, but I like Constantine more than the Arrow. And Constantine, I believe, is about to be canceled. Or I think it's already canceled. I'm not even entirely sure anymore. I really am not. So that's kind of a huge hiccup now. And then we have the new Teen Titans show that's going to be on TNT, so we'll see when that happens. Oh, I can see the drama from that show. Oh man, the pointless soap opera drama-ish thing. Then again, it's not as worse as the CW. I mean, have you seen the drama that the CW has created in certain shows? I'm looking at you, Supernatural, and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh god, those dramas were horrible. Just in my opinion. But yeah, I have watched the Flash series, just not as much as you think. I will try to get back into it when, maybe, let's say, when season 1 ends, so I can, you know, start binging on it and be in preparation for season 2. If you don't know what the word binging means, think of the word marathon, and if you don't know what the word marathon means, then essentially it's watching episodes from the same show over and over for a long period of time. That's the best way I can define it. But anyway, next question is, are you going to put Uncharted and Halo gameplay on your channel? Halo, no. Uncharted, I don't know. Because I haven't played Uncharted 3. That's the only game series from the entire Uncharted series. I said game series, sorry. That's the only game from the entire series that I haven't played. I've played 1 and 2, but not 3. I've played a demo of 3. And maybe an hour of the actual game, because I do remember a friend of mine lending me the game. But other than that, I haven't played anything else. Or, like, I haven't played 3 at all. Just besides that 1 hour gameplay. And I can say it, like I said with Halo, it's not my cup of tea. It's just not, I'm sorry. So, yeah, to answer your question, just don't expect any Uncharted or Halo content on this channel. I'm sorry. Unless a lot of people ask and I can get my hands on Uncharted 4, and let's say if I do legitimately like this a lot, then yeah, I would. And I probably will. But if not, then yeah, just don't expect it for now. So I hope that answers your questions. Next is, are you going to do another Mass Effect game? Do you mean walkthrough or the actual game? Because if I'm doing the actual game, I'm like, holy shit. When did BioWare contacted me? Shit, I have so many ideas. But I'm pretty sure you mean walkthrough. Okay, so Mass Effect walkthrough game, I'm gonna wait until the HD release comes out. Yeah, let's wait for that. Because they have a system that I actually like. and that is integrate the DLC within the main story of the game. So what they did back then was, let's think of Mass Effect 2, right? Mass Effect 2, we have the base game, and let's say you have every DLC from Mass Effect 2. The only way for you to access certain Mass Effect DLC content is if you visit specific worlds, and you have the option to do so. It's not required, which is funny because 2 of the DLC for Mass Effect 2 I certainly believe are required. The first one being Lair of the Shadow Broker, which is literally the best DLC I've ever played ever, and the second one is Arrival, because both of them are heavily story focused, especially Arrival, since that essentially is the prologue, or not prologue, it bridges the gap between Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 3. It's kind of like the lead up to Mass Effect 3. So what this HD release is going to do is, when you get to a certain point in the mission, you're going to get a message saying, oh, you got to go to this planet, and let's say this mission is the mission from Overlord. What they're gonna do is they're not gonna make it look like it's optional. They're gonna make it look like it's part of the story, where it's something you have to go and do. It's funny because now that I'm thinking about it and the way I'm explaining it, it sounds like they're forcing you to do this. It's not really forcing you. It's just, like I said, it's part of the story. Overload, you're gonna see the characters from that Overlord DLC in Mass Effect 3. Same thing with the characters from Lair of the Shadow Broker in Mass Effect 3. In fact, yeah, you do, actually. I'm not sure about Arrival, because you don't see a lot of characters. In fact, I think every character that you interact with, except for the Sovereign, they don't show up in Mass Effect 3. I think you have to kill them. I'm not entirely sure. I can't remember the Arrival DLC much, because it's been a very long time since I played the Mass Effect series. So yeah, I'm going to just wait until the HD release, and then I'll do a video and a walkthrough on it. So for now, you just gotta wait. Next is, which Mass Effect game is your favorite? Part 2. Hands down. Then again, if I have to judge all 3, I'm gonna say it like this. Mass Effect 1 had a good story. Mass Effect 2 had good characterization. Remember, there's a difference between story and characterization. There's not a lot of story in Mass Effect 2. No, there really is not. In fact, if I have to describe Mass Effect 2 in a nutshell, it's basically, you're joined by an organization that tells you got to go and defeat the Collectors. You find out that the Collectors is in a certain area that requires you to go through a device that they have created. And it is rumored that if you go through that device, you're not going to survive. So what you do is you build a crew, prep them up so you can go through this device and defeat the Collectors. So essentially, everything leads up to the suicide mission. That's all I'm going to say. Everything in Mass Effect 2, everything that you have done leads up to the suicide mission. And that is Mass Effect 2 in a nutshell. Mass Effect 3 had good gameplay. I am willing to admit that. The gameplay is phenomenally better and superiorly better than Part 2 and 1, in my opinion. And the way how I felt when I played all 3 of the games, 3 just felt the best for me. So, since you mentioned which one is my favorite Mass Effect game, it has to be 2. Because of the characterization. I feel I connected more with the characters in Part 2 than I ever did in Part 3 and Part 1 combined. Which is funny because Part 1 is where you are introduced to these characters. Or at least the ones with the big fan base. I think. I'm not even entirely sure anymore, but yeah. I think that's about it. Oh no, there's another question. Are you going to do Mass Effect 4 when it comes out? As in a walkthrough of Mass Effect 4? If I'm done with Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, and if I played the damn thing, then yeah, of course I'm gonna do. Definitely. You guarantee you're going to see that. So I hope that answers your questions. Next are, what are your thoughts on ESA and their stance on video game prevention? Now, it's funny because when I first heard this news, I thought, because of the word preservation. Sorry, I said prevention. Preservation. What are your thoughts on ESA and their stance on the video game preservation? Preservation, I think that's the way they pronounced it, right? When I first heard about that, I thought what they meant by that was, if you collect video games, you're considered a hacker and it's illegal. I was gonna scream at somebody, because I collect so many things. Look, I collect video games, manga, comic books, anime, movies, TV shows. That's 6 things. And I'm not even entirely sure about the other things that I collect. And the fact that one of the things that I collect is considered illegal scares me. But no, that's not the case. Thank freaking God. Because that would be incredibly stupid. But what they mean by... what the ESA means by video game preservation is, imagine a game that you can play online. Now, in order for you to play online, you have to connect to a server that the company who funded and helped create the game have to continue paying in order for that server to continue running. Now, there's going to come to a time where the company is going to stop continuing paying for that server, and they're going to shut it down because they don't want to continue paying for more money. Especially if they just realize that not a lot of people are playing this game online anymore. EA is notorious for doing that, since almost every game... In fact, no, I think they made a stance where every game has to have multiplayer. So that means every game has to connect to the EA servers, right? So sometimes they shut down the servers. Let's say if you're one of those people that really loves the game and loves playing online on it, but you don't want the servers to be shut down. You would try to find a way to get the game to bypass, or create a mod that bypasses these servers to allow you to play online and with other people that also want to play this game online. The ESA is basically saying that anybody who does that is considered a hacker. And I believe they also mentioned it is harming the games industry. There's been a lot of news about the games industry. I'm amazed I haven't made a video about it. You know, about Gamergate, about Anita Sarkeesian, about the feminism bullshit that I've been hearing a lot. But just this. Let's be honest. This is bullshit. We all know this. This is clearly bullshit. Anybody who even agrees to this pretty much doesn't like gamers. Honestly, I have to legitimately say anybody who likes the idea of this just doesn't like games. Or gamers, I mean. And hasn't actually thought this through, because how the hell does... No, you know, now that I'm thinking about this, you know why the ESA is doing this? Is so companies can continue remastering stuff. Have you ever noticed that there has been a surge of remastering games? Just recently I heard that Batman Arkham Asylum and City is getting a remastered in preparation for Arkham Knight, which is funny because I believe those remastered games are coming out after Arkham Knight. So what's the point of claiming that it's a preparation of Arkham Knight if it comes out after Arkham Knight? You understand what I'm saying? Then there's Uncharted 1, 2, and 3 in preparation for Uncharted 4. It's even more funny because the day before that news, you know, the thing about Uncharted arrived, the day before it was announced that Uncharted 3 is now available for PlayStation Now. Which, can I just ask, if there's so many remastered games, what is the entire purpose of PlayStation Now? PlayStation Now is becoming literally a failure. You know, I actually thought this was a good idea. Playing games that were on the PS3 on the PS4, and you don't even have to buy them, you can rent them out. I actually liked this idea until a bunch of remasters started coming out and popping out of the blue. It's like, what? Why? Just why? You know what's funny? I mentioned this to a friend of mine, and that person called me a hypocrite. And I'm pretty sure somebody out there who's viewing this video would probably call me a hypocrite. Listen, I'm not saying that I hate remasters. I'm hating the idea that there's been so many remasters and not a lot of original games coming out. That is my point. But yeah, this is what this ESA is all about. They're taking they're taking the fact that people can keep preserving these games and make it accessible to other people who want to continue playing this game and having fun on it, so they can resell it in an HD format. That's basically what this whole thing is doing. It's funny because when I look at HD what was it, remastered games, it's just, honestly, what's the point? You know what this next gen is becoming? The PS4 and the Xbox One is becoming basically a console for remastered games, and that's what I don't want. I want new games. I don't want to buy the same old games that I bought before, with the exception of a few. Like, for example, I bought the Kingdom Hearts HD Remix 1 and 2 for one very good reason, because they included bonus features that were not available when Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, and even Birth by Sleep, and even Chain of Memories was out. You ever heard of Final Mix? Like Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, Birth by Sleep Final Mix? Yeah, try finding those without the HD remix, right? Without the HD remix, try finding those available here on America. And if you do find those, let me know, because you're not going to find them here in America. They're only available in Japan. And what this HD remix did was make those the extra features that were crucial for you to know about the story of Kingdom Hearts, by the way. That's what pisses me off about the fact that it was available in Japan and not here. The fact that these bonus features were crucial to the story of Kingdom Hearts is now available in America. Of course I'm going to buy it. Of freaking course I'm going to buy it. Another remaster that I bought was Final Fantasy Type 0. I was not able to play this on the PSP. And the fact that this is available on the PS4 gives me a reason to buy it. I wasn't able to play it, so I might as well buy it now that's becoming available on the PS4. On top of that, there's the demo for Final Fantasy 15. I think those are the only remasters. Then again, there's the God of War. But another reason, I haven't played God of War series, and I heard a lot of good things about God of War, so I decided to buy it before I buy God of War 3. And lo and behold, I like God of War. And it's funny because somebody can tell me that, oh, that's the reason why people are buying remastered games, maybe because they haven't played it before and they're going to play it right now. But the thing is that there's been a lot. That's the thing. There's just been a lot. We need to stop playing remastered games. Also, there's another remaster that I bought. It's on the Vita, and I mentioned this way at the beginning of the Q&A, and that is Persona 4 Golden. Yes, that's kind of a remaster. But then again, I'm sorry, that became more than a remaster. That became its own thing. That is something that is beyond remastered. I'm not even I don't want to talk about Persona 4 Golden, because I could spend the entire day talking about how great that freaking game is. But yeah, those are my thoughts on ESA. They're a bunch of greedy bastards. They know why they're doing this. And I think that's cruel and stupid. That's all I'm going to say. Next is, has any Ultimate World Star failures happened around you lately? Like, for instance, some ass trying to flush stolen video game cases down the toilet. God damn, who would do that? Then again, why would you steal them? Like, seriously. Has any Ultimate World Star cases? If you don't know what World Star cases he's talking about, is basically go to World Star Hip Hop and just look at the most craziest videos you would find on that website. He's essentially asking me if any of those stuff happen around me. And I can tell you that the earliest that I can think of was, since I live in New York, there's a lot of things that happen here in New York. So there was one instance where it was at a mall-ish area. I think it's somewhere around Manhattan. I'm not entirely sure. No, it's definitely in Manhattan. And what happened in that place, or at least according to what I saw in the video, is a fight broke out and it resulted in a bunch of people throwing chairs. Which is funny because I remember this one episode in the Boondocks where one of the main characters decided to throw a chair because he saw something on television where if you do throw a chair and it hits somebody, a fight breaks out. Now in the Boondocks, when the main character actually did throw a chair, It didn't hit anybody, but a fight still broke out. That's essentially what happened in this video. Somebody threw a chair, and everyone who was around that area decided to fight each other for whatever reason. We don't even know what started the fight, or at least from what I saw in the video. It was basically pandemonium, just crazy. That's the earliest that I can think of that happened around me. And that video is pretty crazy. I might, when I find the link, or find the actual video, I'm gonna post a link in the description below for you guys to check it out yourselves, because it's pretty insane. Especially around the middle area of the video. I think it's pretty much like 8 minutes long. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, next is, have you checked out Brutal Doom yet? I think so. Not entirely sure. I'm definitely gonna check it out after doing this Q&A. When I'm finished doing this Q&A, I'm definitely gonna check that out. But for now, I think I did. I just can't remember. Not entirely sure. Next question is, do you record your videos on your PS4 by using PS4 built-in capture software? No, I do not. I've actually tried it. It sucks balls. I still use my Elgato. In fact, that's the whole reason why I bought an Elgato HD capture card. It's because my PVR, the first one, not the second one, just the first one, was not able to record gameplay on my PS4. So I needed to buy a capture device that is able to handle the HDMI cable, because there's no HDMI port on the first HD PVR. So I had to buy a Elgato just so I can record the PS4 gameplay. So no, I do not use the built-in feature. It sucks balls, and I highly recommend nobody to use it, or at least in my personal opinion. Next question. Oh, he mentioned, or do you use external like an HD PVR too? Yeah, I actually do use external. Like I said, the Elgato. I was actually planning on getting an HD PVR too because I'm so used to the HD PVR. You know, part 1, I thought it would be the same thing as PVR part 2, but when I heard the reviews and I saw the comparison videos and all that other stuff, I decided to stick with the Elgato since it was pretty much the superior choice. And I actually did bought a HD PVR 2 before I got my PS4, and I tried it on my PS3 and it was terrible. So I had to trade it back in, get a refund, and I used that refund money to buy the headset that I'm currently using, which is the Astros A40 or 50, I can't remember. But yeah, it's the wireless one. That's all you need to know. Next one is, do you think New 52 Teen Titans are going to get any better? Hopefully. Hopefully not, actually, because I'm not even sure if the guy who wrote the annual is gonna be involved with the Teen Titans series. If he is, then oh shit, of course it's gonna get better. Maybe, I don't even know. But if not, then chances are it's not. This is what has to happen from what I've noticed in this series. They have to step away from Manchester and the whole Star Labs thing. That is not working. That really is not. It's not entertaining. It's not. The character of Manchester is pretty boring. He's kind of like the mysterious but not so much mysterious character. It's just, no, he's a mess. He really is a mess. Just go away, introduce somebody new, and I don't know. And it's funny because they just recently introduced a new character to the team, and it barely feels like she's even there. That's sad. It really is. So, yeah, there is a huge chance it might not get better, but if the guy who wrote the annual is also continuing writing for the series, then yeah, I do believe it might get better, given by what I saw in the annual. So, hope that answers your questions. Next is, which character, it could be DC or Marvel, who's in the team would you like to write a solo series for? You know what's funny? I'm not a fan of solo series, because I don't see the point of it. No, seriously, I really don't. Oh, okay, let me step back a bit. I can see the point, I do, because it shows more characterization surrounding the character. It gives more insight, more history, more lore about the character and about the mythos surrounding the character. I get that. Just like, what is the point of having a Superman solo series? It's, of course, to be more about the character and not about anybody else. That I get. Then again, he has 2 solo series. Action Comics and Superman. Just pointing that out there. And just like Batman, he has multiple solo series. I'm not really going to list them right now, but you get what I mean. So I'm not really much of a fan of solo series, but I can see why they're there, and some of them are pretty good, depending on who's writing it. Yeah, let's just go with that. So, between DC and Marvel, which character would I love to have a solo series? That's actually hard because... I was gonna say bring back the Runaways, but then again, they're the team. They're not, you know, I'm not talking about an individual from the Runaways. I'm talking about the whole team here. So, no, it can't be them. So... Okay, given the fact that Secret Wars is happening, there needs to be, in my personal opinion, and I'm talking about the Marvel side this time, there needs to be a Miles Morales Spider-Man solo series. I feel like Miles Morales is a pretty established character not to have, or at least it's bad not to have him in a solo series. That's what I mean. He's a pretty well-established character. And for him not to have a solo series is pretty insulting. And just in my opinion, maybe they're going to do that later on. I don't know. But I would want him to have one, especially since his solo series in the Ultimate Universe is coming to an end. Which is funny because the last issue for the series has one of my personal favorite covers that I've seen in 2015. And I'm not going to show you what it looks like. You're just going to have to search it up for yourselves. But in my personal opinion, I think that cover is pretty good. And it describes a lot about what's happening in that issue. Just pointing that out there. For DC, I don't know. I was also going to mention a character for DC, but honestly, I really don't know. I don't know who deserves anything at this point. So for now, I'm only going to mention Marvel, and that person is Miles Morales. That's it. Next question is, which characters would you like to see in Injustice 2? God damn. Again, I mentioned this before, but I'm going to say it again. I think I mentioned it during the Injustice walkthrough. I don't like Injustice. I don't like the universe. I don't like the characters behind the universe. And this is the only universe where I legitimately hate Superman. Well, no. Actually, no. That doesn't count. The one that I legitimately hate is in Man of Steel, but that's besides the point. No, actually, I kind of do like the Superman in Injustice, so never mind about that. I just don't like it. It's just not my cup of tea. However, I will say I will buy Injustice 2, because I did have fun playing Injustice, so, with that said... The characters who I'm looking forward to, Static, that's a big one. Beast Boy for shipping reasons, since Raven is already in there, just pointing it out there. Anyway, who else? Starfire, because Teen Titans. Superboy, or Supergirl, whichever one, because, I'm sorry, they brought Batgirl in Injustice 1. I'm pretty sure they can bring Superboy and Supergirl in there, just pointing that out there. Maybe even Wonder Girl. It's about time somebody from the Wonder Girl mythos other than Ares to be in there. Maybe even Wonder Girl's mom. I would love to then again, I don't think she exists or still exists in this Injustice universe. No, I think she does. Same thing with Circe. So yeah, just those characters. So far I mentioned Static, Superboy, Supergirl, I said Raven, Beast Boy, Starfire, Circe, Wonder Girl, or Donna Troy, if that's what you want to call it. Hey, we can even put Roy Harper. Oh man, this is awesome. Animal Man, you know, just for the laughs and giggles, why not? They put Lobo in there. I'm sorry, put Animal Man, for God's sakes, or even Plastic Man. Ooh, the shit that they can do. Then again, if you think about it, most of the attacks in the Martian Manhunter could also be replaced with Plastic Man's attacks, because Martian Manhunter stretches a lot. Yeah, he kind of does. So I would imagine something like that for Plastic Man. If Martian Manhunter can do it, Plastic Man can do it as well, except a bit more exaggerated. So yeah, why not put that goofy guy in there? Now that I think about it, has anybody seen him in the New 52? Because I haven't, and I kind of miss him. Man, I miss him a lot. But anyway, I can't think of any others, but so far those are the ones that I would like to see in Injustice. Next question. If Teen Titans, the 2003 show, has at least 2 more seasons after season 5, which would season 6 and 7 arcs would be about? Okay, if I remember correctly, season 6 was about the international Teen Titans, which is more like Teen Titans all over the world. I would like to see that continued. Yeah, I remember it was an interview about for the people that made Teen Titans, that show specifically. They were talking about what was originally going to be in season 6, and that was what it was going to be about, the international Teen Titans. I would love to see how that works. As for season, what was it? Season 7? Season 7. What would that be about? Okay, so we already dwelled into Starfire's history, Beast Boy's history with the Doom Patrol, Raven's history, Cyborg, kind of, Robin, multiple times actually. Yeah, kind of multiple times. So essentially, this is basically what I want them to do. Just take a few issues from the comic book and just make it into episodes. Yeah, might as well go with that. No, seriously, they've done a better... I like most of the issues from the comic book series, so why not do that? I'm sorry, I really got nothing creative, so... Other than one thing, and that's because it's shipping related, but I'm not going to mention it since it's obvious already. But yeah, just take some issues from the comic book series and make it into episodes, and there you go, you got the season, that's it. I like it. Why not? Next question is, if Young Justice carried on with characters, would wait, what? If Young Justice carried on, which characters would most likely appear in Season 3? Main villain, Darkseid, or Season 4? Which characters would carry on? Given the fact that they've introduced a lot of characters in Season 2, what would appear in Season 3? I would see more Static, because Static is pretty... Static has a very niche and very vocal fan base, and he kind of deserves a lot more attention than he's gotten recently. I mean, I remember that he had his own comic book series in the New 52, and it didn't go that far, mostly because of creator disputes and all that other crap, that there were miscommunications and stuff like that. And it become... According to them, it became hard to make, so they couldn't continue it. So, and that's the last thing. That's the last time we've seen Static. I haven't seen him at all. He's pretty much in comic book limbo right now. If you don't know what that is, search it up. But yeah, he's in comic book limbo. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna see more Static if that was a thing, because he was more involved in season 2. Let me see who else. Did they introduce Cyborg yet? No, I don't think so. So he could be another one. I'm trying to think of other people. Shit. They already introduced Superboy. We already have Miss Martian. What about Kid Devil? Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Kid Devil there. I'm trying to think back, because I don't remember a lot of characters. Shit, man. We were introduced to Wonder Girl, but we didn't see that much interaction amongst Wonder Girl and the Young Justice character, so we might see a lot more from them. We also saw Batgirl. Did we see Supergirl? No, we did not. No. Wait, did we? Did we? If we did, then I'm not going to mention Supergirl, but if we didn't, then yeah, Supergirl. I would love to see Supergirl, and her reactions amongst hearing about Connor. I don't even think she knows about Connor yet. I don't know, just speculating. But that's the only people I can think of so far. I'm not going to mention Raven because, again, my shipping mind is going crazy, but that could be a possibility, especially since I saw a art about what she would look like in Young Justice, and it's pretty good. It's a good drawing of her, so yeah, that's something to consider. But so far, those are the only characters I can think of that might be more involved in Young Justice Season 3, or maybe even 4. As for villain-wise, given the fact that they introduced Darkseid, it's funny, I don't think Darkseid is going to do a lot in Season 3. I would expect them to do more in the later series, and, you know, kind of like as the the series finale main villain instead of the season finale. So maybe maybe season 3 would directly involve Victor Savage, and maybe season 4 would have something to do with trying to think of the big leagues who impose a big threat. Maybe even Lex Luthor might be finally a villain instead of the secret anti-hero or something. I don't know. Just speculating. But anyway, yeah, that's all I got. Sorry if I disappointed you in any way. Next is there any good recent anime shows to watch? Oh, shit. You just reminded me I haven't done a lot of anime recommendations, and I got like, let me check my phone right now. I have 5 that I want to recommend right now. Thank you for reminding me that. I can't believe I forgot about anime recommendations. I gotta make 5 videos now. Thank you for reminding me. But yes, I do. I do. Oh, man. There's so many things to choose from. God damn. Okay, let's start with the obvious. I'm just only going to give you the names. I will do videos recommending this and going a bit more in depth on why I recommend these specific shows. But the shows that I would recommend are The World God Only Knows. Even though it's not recent, it's a pretty good show. I recommend anybody to watch this show. It's actually... No, I'm not even going to mention it. I'm not going to mention it. Second is Assassination Classroom. The third is Tokyo Ghoul. The fourth is Food Wars, and I think the Japanese term is Shunjoki no Sama. I'm not entirely sure. I know that it has the word Food Wars in it. Just search up in Crunchyroll if you have access to Crunchyroll, Food Wars, and you'll know which one I'm talking about. And what was the 5th one? What was the 5th one? Damn, what was the 5th one? Now I gotta check on my phone. But it's too far away. I can't reach. No, fuck it. But yeah, for now, those 4. Tokyo Ghoul, Assassination Classroom, The World God Only Knows, and Food Wars. And maybe the 2nd season of Nisekoi. That is if that's your thing. If that's not, then by all means, don't watch it. Next question is, if Tim Drake is Batman in Wait. If Tim Drake is Batman in Batman Beyond, does that mean that the Titans are dead, just like in Future's End, or has the timeline been removed? Okay, if you guys... This is actually a very colossal spoiler alert. In Future's End, the last maybe 2 issues. Is it? Yeah, it's the last 2 issues. Batman Beyond, what was his name? Terry McGinnis, the one who got sent back in time to stop Brother Eye from essentially taking over the world. How do I even say this? He's dead. Yeah, he died, sadly. And Tim Drake decides to take up the mantle as Batman, you know, Batman Beyond. I'm going to call him Batman Beyond because there's too much Batmans already. And you pretty much know who I'm talking about. Tim Drake decides to take up the mantle as Batman Beyond and goes to the future. Now, this is very interesting because Tim Drake is not supposed to live. He doesn't survive the events in Brother Eye's takeover of the world. But we don't know whether if he'd been assimilated or he just died naturally. So the fact that Brother Eye does not know that he is alive by the time that he takes over the world, the decision to make him Batman Beyond and go to the future makes sense. This makes sense. This is good, even great. I like this idea. Now, to answer your question, is whether if the Teen Titans are dead. Yes, they are dead. They are in fact dead because the timeline still exists. This is still a thing. Remember, no matter what happened, Brother Eye at the end takes over the world. And I believe that Future's End still takes place 5 or so years after the events of whatever is going on in the current comic book series. So let's say right now we have the current Teen Titans comics. Future's End still takes place 5 years after that series. And what was described is the Titans die over their battle with the parademons, which shows how really powerful these things are. But yeah, they died because of the parademons. That still happened. The only person who survived is, in fact, Tim Drake. He still survives. And he is still horrified over what happened to his team. The thing is... Wait, now that I'm thinking about it, which Titans are you talking about? Are you talking about the one that's like Bunker, Beast Boy, Wonder Girl, and who was it? Who was the other guy? Bunker, Beast Boy, Wonder Girl, Raven, and maybe Robin. But are you talking about those guys or the new Teen Titans, the one that we saw in the Future's End one-shot? Because if you're talking about the new Teen Titans, I think they're still alive. It's just that we haven't seen them, which, again, to this day, I've mentioned that reading that one-shot is completely and utterly pointless. In fact, to this day, reading a lot of these one-shots is completely and utterly pointless. Just pointing that out there, but yeah. Those Titans that we saw in the one-shot, they're still alive. We just haven't seen them after that. As for the old Titans, yeah, they're still dead. Their deaths is, in fact, concrete. It's canon. It's a thing. They're not alive. None of them are alive unless they pull some magic shit out of their ass saying, oh no, everything was all a hallucination, it was a dream, or no, we're technically not dead, we survived the blast, we just haven't seen you for years because of whatever reason, right? Yeah, comic book logic. But yeah, the Titans are dead. They're in fact dead. What happens to Tim Drake as Batman Beyond is pretty much left in Convergence. Whatever happens in Convergence happens. I honestly don't know. For now, I haven't seen Tim Drake or, you know, Batman Beyond yet. So hopefully we might see him later on. In fact, I'm not even sure when does Convergence even take place. No, I seriously don't know. It's odd. It's very odd. The entire story is pretty confusing. It's going to require you to read the entirety of Future's End, the entirety of Earth 2 at World's End, Earth 2, the comic book series, and pretty much Convergence. This is a lot of reading you have to read, man. Shit. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question, as confusing as that sounds. Next question. Since you're a BB and Ray, would you wish DC Comics would do a Beast Boy and Raven team-up series? Oh God. Just thinking about it, damn. Oh my. I would buy the crap out of that, man. Oh, God. Yes, indefinitely yes. Then again, why? No, think about it. Why them two specifically? Because remember, we also have other team-ups like Power Girl and Huntress, Batman and Superman, which is, you know, World's Finest. Well, no, that's actually Power Girl and Huntress, World's Finest. Then we have, like I said before, Batman and Superman. Then we have Superman and Wonder Woman, but that's mostly specifically because they're a couple. They're supposed to signify the power couple, and we're supposed to see their relationship throughout that series, right? Can't remember any other team-ups. What else team-ups do we have? I'm not counting, you know, team as in, like, more than two people. No, I'm talking about two people deciding to be a team, and they're making a comic book series out of those people. Yeah, those are the only ones. Just Huntress and Power Girl and Superman and Batman. And Superman and Wonder Woman. That's pretty much it. But let me just ask you this question as well. Why? There has to be a specific reason why these two would want to be together. Not together. I can think of so many reasons why they should be together, but that's besides the point. Why these two should team up and not stay with the Titans. Which is odd because you can say, oh, Batman and Superman are also with the Justice League, but they managed to get their own solo comic book series and also team up as well. Again, that's comic book logic. I don't really want to go into the whole comic time line and crap. But yeah, you really got to think about it. Why are they teaming up? Why them two specifically, and why not other people? But, you know, just to really answer this question, yes, I would love to see it. But again, I feel like that's a bit selfish because all I want to see is for them to be together. That's pretty much my only reason to read this book. No, I kid you not. I'm not going to lie. And this is not my shipping brain saying this. This is me legitimately. I am saying that I'm going to buy this series just so I can see them together. And there's no point to it because I can just go to fanfiction. Yeah, I can just go to fanfiction and just that's it. Because obviously I'm going to get what I want. I'm going to go to a story that specifically has them together and that's it. So there has to be a really good reason why they two would team up. But I would love to see that. I would actually love to see more team-up series. It doesn't have to be them two specifically. It could be other people. Like a... oh, man. Like a Static Shock and a... what's that character's name? Ah, his name escapes me right now. Ah, maybe a Shazam. A Shazam and Static team-up. Or maybe a Plastic Man and Elongated Man team-up. You know, something. I would love to see more team-ups. That's all I'm saying about this. But yeah, again, to answer your question, yes, I would love to see that for selfish reasons. Next question. What movie would you like to see Marvel develop that is not part of the Phase 4 and could be in Phase 5? Okay, damn. That means it has to be within the continuity of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. That's hard. Runaways. Runaways. Oh, man. No. Actually, don't even make it a movie. Make it a TV series. That'd be incredibly awesome. That's one. I would love to see them... I'm trying to think... Miss Marvel. Well, then again, they're already doing it, so that doesn't count. Let me see... This is a good one. Good question. This is going to require me to think of a lot of... oh, Wolverine and the X-Men. Yeah, instead of no Wolverine Origins or The Wolverine, or even... about any X-Men, just Wolverine and the X-Men. I would love to see that. Trying to think of other series. Sorry, my mind is crazy right now. I can't think of others. Wow, I feel ashamed. Damn, I feel ashamed. I'm not creative in this Q&A. I know I can think more. Why can I not think more? You know what? I'm gonna personally answer this question to you when I can think of more. I'm gonna do that. And if I don't, keep reminding me. Because there are times where I forget. Keep reminding me and I will personally answer this question for you. Because I do not believe I cannot be creative with this question. Okay, hopefully that answers your questions. Next is, what do you think about Rocksteady Studios doing... wait, what? What do you think about Rocksteady Studios doing their last Batman Arkham? And what do you think about why they will not do any more? Could you guys do me a favor? Could you guys make sure that what you're asking and typing on the computer for your comments is accurate? Because there are times where you guys say words that don't spell right, that don't sound right, and I have to make up words in order to understand the sentence that or the question that you're asking. So essentially what this guy is asking is, what do I think about Rocksteady Studios making their last Batman game or Arkham game? And the second question is, if I can read that correctly, what do you think about why they will not be doing any more? Well, let me answer your second question, and this one's pretty obvious. Maybe they're just tired of doing Batman. I mean, there are companies like that. Seriously, they're just tired of doing Batman. Look at the people who did The Amazing Spider-Man. They were tired of doing Spider-Man games since The Amazing Spider-Man. They wanted to do something different, but they couldn't because they got to do Amazing Spider-Man 2. And look how horrible The Amazing Spider-Man 2 turned out to be. It also explains the situation with Hideo Kojima. If you guys don't know who Hideo Kojima is, he's the pretty much the creator of Metal Gear Solid series, and he has been doing nothing but Metal Gear Solid series since he first started. Well, to be fair, he's done other stuff. Like, he tried to branch off, but he can't because a lot of people want him to do more Metal Gear Solid. Now he no longer works with Konami anymore. He no longer... Actually, Metal Gear 5 is the last Metal Gear Solid game that he's going to do, and that's it. He's off. He's going to do other things. So I'm assuming that this is the same thing that Rocksteady is going through right now. They're just tired of doing Batman. This is the last game. This is all we can do for the character in the series. If you guys want to do more, then by all means. But we're kind of done. And I am glad that they're done. I'm fine with that. So essentially, I just answered both of your questions. I'm glad that this is their last game. Maybe they can branch off to do other things like the Superman game that they were rumored to do. Just putting that out there. But yeah, I'm glad. By all means, more pride, not pride, more power to them. Hopefully everything goes well. Alright, next question is, do you play Destiny? I used to, but not anymore. I've mentioned this before, and I'll say this again. Destiny is a very, 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 very terrible game, and I will never play that game ever again. Yeah, I've actually deleted it all from my computer. And I am ashamed to admit that I've wasted $90 on it, because I bought the game and the expansion pass with it. Those are my $90 that will never come back. Ashamed. Next question. What is your favorite anime? Oh my god. You see what I mean? It's questions like this that makes me go, oh, it just makes me rub my head. Like, why would you ask me this? I have so much of my favorite animes. I can't pick one? Why? Okay. Just let me think. Let me just think. Huh. Favorite anime. This is tough. This is very tough. Okay. Hands down, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this one, especially since DBZ is not my favorite anime. In fact, it's not even on my top 10. No, seriously. I have a top 10 favorite anime, and I would do a video series on it, but I'm deciding on doing it later just so I can see how I can format it. But the number one of my most favorite anime that I've ever seen. This is not of all time. I'm not generalizing this, okay? This is just out of every anime that I've ever seen. My most favorite anime has to be One Piece. Let me tell you something. I'm probably one of the very few people that watched One Piece from episode 1 all the way to its current form, which at the time it was probably like episode 600 or 700. I think it was around the time where they got separated. And they had to wait 2 years to get together. You know, before the 2-year time skip. It was literally before the war with... the Marines' war with Whitebeard. It was before that. I watched episode 1 all the way to that. That part. And I'm willing to do it again. I am willing to do that again. And I would still have fun. Granted, One Piece has its downs. I'm not saying it's the greatest anime, it's perfection. It's not really perfection. In fact, one of the biggest problems with One Piece is that it goes too long. Especially very early on in the series. It goes too long. But it's still entertaining. Surprisingly, it is entertaining. I love the power-ups. I love the concept of the story. I love the characters. Basically, I just love almost everything about it. And I have to say, hands down, this is my most favorite anime that I love to this day. Not a single anime has beat this anime. I mean, some of them are close, like Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo. There's this one other show, which I forgot the hell was his name. God damn. But yeah, there are other shows that are close, but honestly, let's just say I fucking love One Piece, and I recommend anyone to watch this series. Just anyone. And what's even amazing about this series is it's not going away in the next 10 years. No, I kid you not. There was a news, I think around last year, where the writer of One Piece mentioned that he can continue doing this for another 10 years. Yeah, so it's not going anywhere. That is fucking awesome. Or at least, for me at least. Anyway, hope that answers your question. God damn, we're almost in the 2-hour mark. Oh god. Okay, next question. Question 1. What is your opinion of the Ultimate Marvel Universe ending this year? Because in my opinion, I am kind of sad that the Ultimate Universe... Wait, what? Sad that the Ultimate Universe ending because, well, my favorite series, aka... Ultimate Spider-Man, is one of my favorite series, and I wanted to see Ultimate Peter Parker and Miles Morales team up one more time, but no, we are not getting that. Instead, we are getting Ultimate End, which is going to end the Ultimate Universe. Just wondering, what is your opinion of this situation? I'm kind of like you. My favorite series in that entire universe is Ultimate Spider-Man. As for the wanting to see Peter Parker and Miles Morales team up again... yes and no. I mean, we kind of got that at the beginning of Miles Morales, the comic book series. You know, Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man, that series. We kind of got that when they were working together to take down the Green Goblin, but I don't want to count that as teaming up. But who knows? They might team up in Ultimate's End. I have a good thing about that, because Peter Parker is still alive. He is still alive, theoretically speaking. But yeah, he is still alive, so he might team up just one last time to try to save the Ultimate Verse before it goes to an end. It's kind of depressing because no matter how hard we try, the Ultimate Verse is still going to end regardless. Just when you thought they saved the universe from certain doom, when they save the universe from Galactus. I really thought that when they saved the universe from Galactus, that was it. That was the last time Marvel's attempt at trying to end the universe, you know. But then again, when they saw the sales of the Ultimate Verse, there's not that much going for it. I think there was only 3 comic book series taking place in the Ultimate Verse. It was Ultimate FF, which is Ultimate Ultimate Fantastic Foundations or Federations, I can't remember. All New Ultimates, and Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man. Those were the only 3. And now we're down to 1, which is Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man. God damn, that is a sad thing to think about. It is. So, essentially, what are my thoughts? It's sad to see it go, but given the fact of its sales, I'm not surprised that this is a thing. I really am not. And given the fact of over what's happened over the course of the Ultimate Verse, I mean, think about it. Remember Ultimatum. Remember how many people died from that one event that was supposed to end the Ultimate Verse. And then we have Hunger, which is another one that was supposed to end the Ultimate Verse. And now we have this. I'm not surprised that I wouldn't be surprised if this event where almost everyone, with the exception of Miles Morales, is dead. I would not be surprised. Then again, I would want to know what is Miles Morales' thoughts on this. Like, let's say if he was literally the last survivor, what would he do? What is his thoughts? Given the fact that almost everyone that he has ever loved and known, his entire history is wiped out. Except for him. I would love to know that. So hopefully we get that answer in Secret Wars and in Ultimate's End. And honestly, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. I'm hopeful that this would be good, and this is the first time I've ever been hopeful for a comic in pretty much months. So yeah, let's go with that. Next question. What is your opinion of DC Comics Convergence event and the tie-ins? Because I am hoping that after this event we get to see Wally West from Pre-52 alive and kicking after this event. About that, I think we see him in the Speed Force. You know, DC Comics Convergence Speed Force issue 1, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I have the comic in my phone. I haven't read it yet, but I'll let you know personally if he's ever going to be a thing. But hopefully I do too. You also mentioned in this paragraph, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but you also mentioned in this paragraph that it would suck to see these characters die off in this event. And by the characters you mean the old pre-New 52 characters. You know, the ones that we grew up with. I understand that, but who knows? I really don't know how this Convergence and event is even going to end, because it doesn't seem like there is a certain goal DC is going for, or at least I don't see a goal yet. For example, Marvel's goal with the Secret Wars is to end the Ultimate Verse permanently and merge it with Earth 616. That's pretty much their goal. Everything else is just what's needed for story purposes. Or at least that's the way how I see it. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but that's the way how I see about Secret Wars, is just to end officially the Ultimate Verse. As for Convergence, I really don't know what they're trying to do. I really don't know. And at World's End, and I believe Future's End, really does not help. So who knows? I mean, this could be a really good thing, or a really bad thing, like I mentioned in that one video I made before. But yeah. Your next question is, what is your opinion on the upcoming Spider-Man Renew Your Vows and, what was it, Spider-Girl aka Mayday Parker getting her own story again. I think that's good. Great. Then again, Redo Your Vows is pretty much just the attempt at getting Peter Parker and Mary Jane back together, which I find that incredibly funny. You know why? They haven't done much with Peter Parker after he broke up with MJ. No, seriously, they haven't really done that much. They tried something with Superior Spider-Man when Otto Octavius, which is in the body of Peter Parker, going out with, what the hell was her face? Anna Maria? Anna Marie or Anna Maria? I can't remember, but it goes along those lines. And then when Peter Parker came back, they haven't done anything with that, so that's fine. Then they tried doing something with Peter Parker and Silk, hasn't gone anywhere yet. So honestly, I'm guessing that Marvel or whoever decided that One More Day was even a goddamn good idea, decided we're not doing anything with the character, so we might as well get them back together, and we'll think of something later on. That's all I see in the purpose of Renew Your Vows event, but it's good to see them back. That's all I'm going to say. Finally, some actual responsibility to a character that is the pinnacle example of responsibility. That's probably one of my biggest problems with One More Day. It involves a character who is the pinnacle example of responsibility doing the most irresponsible thing. I'm sorry if I sound angry, but that one event really pissed me off. Oh man. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Renew Your Vows. As for Spider-Girl, yes, clap, 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 clap. Finally, we get to see more with the character. It's awesome. I love it. Can't wait. I got nothing much. I'm sorry. Hope that answers your question. Next is, where do you see yourself in 10 years? I don't know. Either dead, rich, broke, or average. I really don't know. I don't think much about the future, honestly. I think more about now. That's just my personal opinion. But like I said, is just to answer your question, either rich, broke, dead, or average. Just either one of those. Next is, what do you think about Batman's new suit? Oh, you mean, like I said, the mechanized suit with the ears the size of boomerangs or antennas or some shit? I don't know. He looks like a mechanized version of the Tick. No, seriously, search up the superhero name The Tick, and then look at the new suit of Batman, and tell me that's not a metal version of him. Of the Tick, I mean. Tell me that's not a metal version of him. Come on, come on. I can't be the only one here. I cannot be the only one here. But anyway, I hope that answers your question. And next, and possibly the last one is, have you ever thought about playing Star Wars The Old Republic? Yes, I have. If you do, play as the Imperial Agent. I have played it. I've played as each class, and that's actually my favorite. Thank you for pointing that out there. Next is... Sorry about that. Next is, what are some new game you're going to play? Going to play. You did not mention walkthrough. Okay, thank you for that. So what I'm going to play is The Witcher. I'm definitely going to play that. I can't wait for Deus Ex Human Revolution. I can't wait for Kingdom Hearts. I can't wait for Batman Arkham Knight. I can't wait for the next Blizzard game, which I think it was called, It was a Team Fortress-ish game from Blizzard. If you don't know what Blizzard is, they're the people who made World of Warcraft. I'm waiting for that game. Shoot, I have a lot, man. Persona 5. Oh, God. I can't wait for that. My God. My God. What else am I waiting for? So far, I got nothing. Yeah, so far, I really got nothing. So, those are the games that I'm planning on playing. You did not mention walkthrough, so you gotta be more specific next time. Haha! Next and last one is, what are your top 5 favorite characters from Marvel and DC? Now, I've answered this question before. I have, so you're probably gonna have to check back on the Q&As. But I'm willing to say it now, that way to save you the trouble. So, for DC is Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Raven. No, not Raven, sorry. No, I don't think Raven even deserves to be on my top 10. Sorry. Plastic Man and Shazam. I'm sorry. I'm saying this literally right off the bat, off the top of my head. These are not legitimately my top 5. I'm doing this because I really don't want to think anymore. We're at the end of the Q&A, so I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna give you like maybe a taste of what is thought to be my top 5. I can guarantee you that my first on my top 5 is Superman. It will always be fucking Superman. Anyway, for Marvel, it has to be Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, Miss Marvel, and who's that one character? Wow, I can't remember his name. What the hell? I can't remember his name. Damn. He was in the Avengers. Shit, damn it. Okay, let me think of somebody else. Now I forgot his name too. I feel pathetic. Okay, let's say Wolverine. Let's just go with that. Yeah. So Spider-Man, Captain America, Iron Man, Miss Marvel, Wolverine. Boom, done. Yeah. Those are my top favorite from both DC and Marvel. So I hope I answered that question, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, those were 2 hours wasted of my time in a way. I don't know what the fuck am I saying now. But anyway, what I'm saying is that I've done this Q&A for 2 hours now, and it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I am not tired for some reason. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully I've answered every question that you guys have sent me with the best that I can. If you got more, don't do it now. Don't mention it in the comment section. Wait until the next Q&A. I'm sorry if I'm stuttering. I'm actually just caught the feeling of wanting to go to sleep, and I'm trying my best to keep my eyes open. But anyway, that's pretty much it. If you guys want to see more content on my channel, please subscribe. If you like the video, leave a like rating below. All that other good stuff. If you guys have suggestions for walkthroughs, please let me know, and I'll consider them. Or by consider, I mean I'll try playing it for 2 hours, and if I like it, I'll do it. Let's just go with that. But anyway, my name is Bizkit Rebellion. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, night, and morning. Goodbye.